Okay, today I'm working on my 2002 CVO Road King. I went to Daytona, bike ran fine, beautiful. I came back from Daytona, beautiful. That's a total of like 300 miles. So all of a sudden I'm realizing at the end of my ride, I'm getting like a wobble. I knew I needed tires. And so I put on brand new Dunlops, balanced them out. I even went with the Harley Dunlops because I really do like this bike. And I got that wobble. And it seems to be, I can't get to the bottom of it. So I pulled the front, I thought it was from the front. So I pulled it off. I bought a new axle and bearings. I swapped the tires around. Nothing. So I checked the back. Swapped the tire around, looked at it, remounted it, took it out on the road. I got this wobble. It's a slight wobble. It's a beautiful motorcycle. It's never had a hard day in its life. So I start looking around, and I stumble upon this thing called a death wobble. And I'm like, I don't understand. How death wobble? All right, so what I'm to try to make this fast and to the point, what's going on here is right here, you have your sway arm pivot, which ties into your transmission. So what goes on, this is an old bike, it's an '02, but it only has 15, 16,000 miles on it. I bought it like 5 years ago. It's a great bike. I took care of it. But what's going on here is the motor mounts, the sway arm mounts are getting a little soft. So the motor wants to gyrate. I know it's hard to believe, folks, but just look it up. Harley Death Wobble. And I'm realizing through my search that the rear sway arm and mounts need to be replaced. So all of a sudden I stumbled upon this product called Smooth Ride. I said, I gotta buy it. The guy warranted it. He guaranteed full money back. It's on eBay. Smooth Ride. It's beautiful. So what I did was I installed it on my bike to make sure, I took care of the problem because I could return it. I looked at the guy's feedback, 100%. And I have nothing to do with this guy. I just love to ride. That's what I love to do. And if you ever get on a motorcycle and it starts wobbling at 80 miles per hour, your love affair gets challenged. Now, you can go to Harley and they'll, suggest a few different options. None of them too good. You end up trading your bike in or giving up motorcycle riding. Because that's how scary this wobble is. So I purchased the product, $158. He even has a best offer on it. I didn't want to fool around with it. I just bought it. I know he's warrantying it. I researched it a little bit. It looks like a quality made piece. I get it in the mail 2-3 days later. I installed it, which is fairly easy. I mean, Allen wrench, 5/32, 5/16, and a 3/16 with a 6-inch extension. I'll show you guys. You put this in about 15-20 minutes. It's nice if you can get the bike with the cradle like I have, so you can kind of get under there and use a mirror. I'm going to show you the parts. You're looking at an alignment bar, alignment pucks to mount it to your frame, because really what you're doing is you're stabilizing the motor to the frame with this system. This connects to your transmission pan. You remove 2 of the bolts right here, and you're going to replace them with the ones they supply. Like I said, I installed this. I reinstalled it because I felt it was really important to get this out there. I love to ride. So now what you're doing is you're going to mount this to the side of your transmission with those 2 bolts. This slides into it. You'll put it through the front and slide it back. And on the back, it has a slot for this bar. Now what's going on is this is up in there. This is connected to the frame, as so. And these two pucks. And this is connected to the motor, to the transmission, I'm sorry. What it does is stabilizes the transmission vibration, which causes the frame and the motor to oscillate. So it gives the effect at high speeds that your bike is a little, and that's a wobble. In the beginning, you'll just feel it'll be a little squirrely. You might think it's the wind. You might not realize it. It comes on very subtle. But when you do get it, and it's all in effect, they call it the Death Wobble. Harley Davidson Death Wobble. I gotta tell you, it will get your attention, because it sure got mine. And with that, I'm gonna proceed to install this. I really believe you guys will like it. All right, first thing, we remove these two Allen heads from the transmission pan. We're going to replace it with this bracket to the transmission. And we're going to use these two bolts that they supply to mount it. You'll see the directions make it really clear. Now I'm going to open up my Loctite and just hand tighten it. Make sure everything's squaring up. It's easy. That's one. I didn't tighten them. I'm going to leave them loose. Okay, here's the second one. Little blue on it. There's my mirror. Now this goes through the hole in the bottom of this mount. What I'm gonna do first is get it up in there. Done. You'll see there's a hole in the bottom of this frame bracket. I recommend the extension with the wobble on it, Harbor Freight, because it is a little bit of an angle. I tried to put the bike up on my lift and you can't get the other piece in. I'll show you. You'll see, it'll feel right. Any forcing or anything like that, you know it's wrong, guys. You can't get caught in that, you know, let me just get it done. I've seen it 1,000 times. Like I said, I did this Friday, and then it's Monday. I made sure I gave it a nice 3-day check, and I'm very impressed with it. No more wobble. All right, that's that part. We gotta slide this in. This is easy because you got nothing interfering. What you're gonna do is just take it from the front and she slides right in. Don't get no easier. This brace, which locks, it ties the frame to the tranny to keep it parallel, which stops the oscillating wobble. And it works. There it is. Keep them all loose. Just that much. Now we go over to the other side. Okay. Okay. Put my blue on there. One started. And that's the second one. I hope you guys could see this. All right, we got all our hardware in. It was that easy. I'm done with my blue Loctite. Now, they give you this feeler gauge. What they ask you to do is to thread it in here. Okay, I got the feeler gauge in place. What they want you to do now is tighten this up and keep it centered. Remember, it's aluminum. I snug it up. And just keep in mind to check it every once in a while. Now the other side, you have the other puck. And you'll see this slides back and forth. All this is doing is keeping the motor, transmission aligned with the frame. And that gets rid of the wobble. All right, now we remove the feeler gauge. Like they said, as long as you have that in there, she's adjusted properly. Now, this bike will ride straight with the assistance of this system. Any questions, just ask. Any comments, leave them at the bottom. And ride safe, guys. Have a great day.